Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network, and we are still here at the Policy Conference. No one has thrown us out, but our next guest could if he wanted to. So we are here for the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce's Policy Conference, obviously, and Dave Jurcak, who is the, Grand Poobah, is that what it says on your business card?
Not so much Poobah, president. So I get the great honor. It's
the same thing, I thought.
Sometimes it is, in back channels.
Well, I'll tell you what, and we talked about this a little off air, the fact that there was a lot of apprehension because this is a historic hotel. It had been in a family line for years and years and years. I got to tell you, I am impressed with how you have continued that service level and that historic home feel.
Well, it starts with our staff. The team members that have been here. We have some team members. We have Chief, who's in the dining room. We have John Hewlett, that have been here over 50 years.
Yeah.
50 years.
Yeah.
And so when you have people like that to look up to, and they're here to assist us, it was us as new owners, new management company, to just step into what the Musters have put together, an incredible legacy of great service. And we just, wanted to progress that. We've added some amenities, but bricks and mortars, unfortunately here it's not bricks and mortar, it's more wood.
Yeah.
But it's the people and the service that's provided, and we want to embrace that, and we want to continue that legacy.
Although cement was a big piece of it. What you did at the swimming pool, I will tell you, because that had never been highlighted before. Mm-hmm. And now there's receptions down there.
Oh, absolutely. After 100 years, it needed a facelift. And some people were worried about it, and rightfully so. And I agree that everybody should have a little concern. New guy coming in town, had been in the family since 1919, roughly. There had been either Woodfull or Musser here since 1919. But our owners are dedicated or committed to being good stewards to this property. And one indication is that pool. Same footprint.
Yeah.
Same walls, although we put windows so we can actually see the lake from the pool, and then upgraded it. And everybody that has come back that could have had a little bit of apprehension has come back and said, home run, get it out of the park. I agree.
No doubt about it. And a lot more stuff happening down in that area. Yeah. Is there something going on in the woods down here?
There is. It's called the Woodlands Activity Center, and one of the keys that we wanted to do in that space, it really is the last wooded space in the commercial district of Mackinac Island, but we wanted to embrace the park. Mackinac Island State Park was America's second national park following Yellowstone. Oh, wow. And it was the first designated state park in the United States. And so people come to the island, and they stay on the 12% of the commercial district, and a lot of people venture into the park. So we'll have a greenhouse that's dedicated to both the flowers and the flora of the island, the natural island, as well as Grand Hotel. Everybody loves geraniums and tulips, and so we'll talk about that. We also have a miniature golf course, and everybody's worried about putt-putt. It's not a putt-putt golf course. There's no windmills, not Dragon's Mouth. There's none of that, as upsetting that may be.
I'm so good with windmills.
But it is mimicking the Jewel as it winds through the woods. And the name of it's called the Gem. So we took from the Jewel to the Gem.
I like that.
And part of it is to embrace, getting people into the wooded area. The wooded area used to really just be a dray path to the pool, aside from the secret garden, and that's still there. So we'll champion the secret garden and love that with the greenhouse. Next season, we'll have a small bike track for little kids to get their feet under them and get their pedal under them, so that if they want to then go up to the park and go on some bike trails, they'll have at least a little bit of idea of how to do it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to bring my BMX bike.
Well, you can get on there. There's a couple hills that you might get some air on, but nothing too extreme.
That's good. That's good. So let's hear a little bit about the holding company, the big company.
So KSL Capital is our parent company. They also own Davidson Hospitality Group, which is our management company. And when I interviewed, so I come from a background of historic hotels. I managed the Homestead in Virginia, America's first resort, built in 1766.
Yeah.
So when I interviewed for this position, I asked them, what's your commitment to the legacy and the beauty of this hotel? I mean, this hotel in northern Michigan, in the upper Midwest, and even me growing up in this industry, have known about Grand Hotel and had the opportunity to work here. I immediately jumped at it. And they're fully committed. They're fully in, all in. We hope this month, not hope, we plan this month to announce a 5-year restoration of the facade of the hotel. So nobody, hopefully you're what listeners listen.
Everybody's going,
We're not changing anything, but wood that's been around for 135 years.
right. Takes on moisture.
Takes on moisture, has issues, so we have to clean up that. Our columns, need to be cleaned up.
Yep.
So everything's going to go back white. We're not going to change it, but we're going to restore it. So we're going to bring back to make sure that it's good for another 135 years. But they're dedicated to make those type of improvements and financial commitments to this property, so that you and I get to enjoy it for the next 20 years. You're probably longer and more than 20 years than me. You're much younger than me.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But I met a gentleman last year who has been coming here since he was 12, and he told me he was 82.
Wow.
And every year he's come 70 years. So we have a responsibility to him and his grandchildren that this building will look like it was when he was here 70 years ago. Maybe not entirety, because Carlton Varney wasn't here 70 years ago.
Right.
We've got a little more color in the building.
Neither was I.
But we have a responsibility, and our owner gets that and completely understands that responsibility. And as you can see from the pool, as you can see from new bathrooms throughout the hotel, that they're committed financially to make sure that this hotel is.
Well, that's quite a commitment from a new acquisition, quite frankly, because that backs up revenue, profit. You got to amortize that sort of thing over a few years.
You do.
David Jurcak, president of the Grand Hotel. I more than anything, I just wanted you to come on and say how satisfied I am, and everybody else is, with what you guys are doing.
Well, thank
here.
you. Thank you. Well, we have a lot of opportunities this year in the season of Discovery. If I can make one last pitch. The season is great. We have a lot of great events. Please look at us at grandhotel.com for some great weekends. We have a spectacular food and beverage event occurring in the fall that I think everybody will love. Some more information to come on that. But rest assured, Grand Hotel is in good hands. The Musters aren't too far away. I speak to Dan 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah, well, it's good to have you here, and you're doing great stuff.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, David. I appreciate it. David Jurcak here from the Grand Hotel, president. We're going to be right back with a whole lot more on the Michigan Business Beat. You are watching on the Michigan Business Network from the Grand Hotel.